Hello, Careers and friends. It's Lynn. It is Friday, the 19th, and we've had electricity back for a few days. So grateful. But the fridge is pretty empty. The pantry is pretty empty. I'm boiling some water right now. And while I was digging at the bottom part of the pantry, I found this glutinous rice flour, and that reminded me of Tang. It is one of my favorite Chinese desserts, Tang. Glutinous rice flour, it's not gluten with an E, it's glutinous, as in sweet rice flour that's been finely ground up. And there's so many wonderful Chinese desserts you can make from glutinous rice flour. It is Tang, are small little sweet, chewy dessert balls that you have in a bowl with a little bit of sweet syrup. So I'm going to show you the healthy version, the healthy way that I'm going to make it today based on what we happen to have right now. So ingredients is basically 2 parts flour, glutinous rice flour. This is a very popular brand if you go to the Asian market and you want the green one. There's like green and red, different color, different kinds of flours, but the green one is the one you want for this dessert. Okay, so you need 2 parts flour to 1 part water. And then instead of sugar, I've been a big fan of monk fruit sweetener for a while. This has been working out well. It does not affect your blood sugar the way traditional sugar, honey, dates, maple syrup does. So with diabetes in my family, I have to be super careful about things like that. And then in my family, we always add some fruit to it. So when the boiling is done and the dessert's ready, we like to serve it with a bowl of fruit. Sometimes it is oranges. It's so good. We peel the oranges so it's just the pulp and there's no skin on it. That's delicious. I don't have any oranges right now, but I do happen to have frozen mangoes. I thought that would be super yummy. I actually haven't had that combination before, so we will try it together. It's gonna be we're gonna have about 2 parts flour to 1 part water. I don't really measure when I cook, so we're gonna estimate here, all right? Just put some flour in a bowl, and here's my water. Put a little bit in and then start stirring. The consistency is important. We don't want it too wet, otherwise you can't form the little balls. And then it can't be too dry, otherwise it won't stick together. Y'all, I had to put the phone down because I really needed 2 hands to hold the bowl and also stir it. But let me show you, after just a minute or 2 of stirring, I think I finally have the right consistency. It is, I guess it's like maybe bread dough. See that? It's like bread dough. You can twirl it around and it will kind of keep its shape. I'll show you, we're gonna form little balls, but it doesn't stick too much on the hands. So that's when you know you have the right consistency. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna start rolling, and it's about, what do we say? What size is that? About the size of a marble. So I'm gonna make little balls like that, size of a marble. This will only take a few minutes, and you know what? When you get really fancy, you could do 2 at the same time. Make 2 balls. Okay, when I was young, I loved this dessert so much, but I could not remember the name of it. In Chinese, it's called Tang Yuan, and Tang means soup, and Yuan means round. So this dessert is all about it being in a soup, and it's, you know, it's made of rice, and it's round. It's a little round ball. And when I was little, I would always want to eat this because it's delicious. It's kind of sweet and it's chewy, it's fun to eat. But I couldn't remember which two words came together to describe this dessert. So I would call it Yuan Yuan, Ran Ran, which is like the little kids version of saying, you know, that roundy thing, that soft roundy thing, that's what I want to eat. So here we go. 2 in 1. And I'm just putting them on a plate, separating them so they stay intact. Meanwhile, we have a boil notice going on. So I'm boiling my water anyway for this dessert. This dessert, another reason why I wanted to share this recipe with you is because we serve this dessert traditionally on the Lantern Festival, and that is the 15th day of Lunar New Year. And this year that falls on Saturday, the 27th. So you can make the cute little lanterns that Shay's daughter taught us. I love those little lanterns, they're adorable. And if you feel adventurous, you can try these glutinous rice balls, Tang Yuan. My friend Tinny was going to record a video of this very dessert, and she and her family are from Indonesia. They make this dessert that, my goodness, it was so beautiful the way they made it. They make theirs bright orange and bright purple, and they're just swimming in a bowl, bright orange and bright purple. I'm like, oh, you gotta show me how to make that. You gotta show my retreat friends how to make the purple and orange. But you know what? Snowpacolypse happened, and we weren't able to make that video. That's okay. Maybe in the comments, Tinny, you can tell us at what stage is your recipe different. I think it is sweet potatoes that add to the orange and purple colors. So let us know how your recipe is similar, how it's different from this one. Okay, we're nearing the end here. So let me show you. I have a whole plate of Tang Yuan raw, and I hear the pot, so here we go. Okay, so we got the glutinous rice ball doughs on plates, and our water is boiling. So here we go. We just dunk them in. Doing it one at a time because I only have one hand to cook with. Apologize if this takes a while, but dump them in. It only takes a little bit to cook them, and you know they're cooked when they float to the top. So alright, I put all of the Tang Yuan in the boiling water. The back of my spoon, I'm just going to gently push it so they don't stick to the edges. And hopefully they'll keep their shape that way. And then we just wait. We just wait for them to start floating up. About 2 minutes of cooking on a rapid boil, and as you can see, they're all floating on top. Yay! Now, I'm gonna show you what they look like. They actually increase in size a little bit when they're cooked. Oh my gosh, they look so good. All right, so like I said, I happen to have some frozen mangoes, and I sprinkled like a spoonful of monk fruit sweetener just in case. I happen to know this batch of frozen mangoes were a little bit more on the tart side than the sweet side. So I'm just gonna help out this dessert a little bit with the monk fruit sweetener. Ta-da! Yay! Now we just wait for the mangoes to cook a little bit. The mangoes have warmed up in that boiling water, and here is the finished product. Can I just, okay, let me move the camera so you can see. I'm not used to filming with one hand. All right, let me go. I don't know if you have any of these Asian style spoons at home. I think they're the superior spoon. They're so great. They can hold so much yummy dessert and soup. Good. This is super hot, y'all. The mangoes are good. And the broth is just very mild and slightly sweet. I don't like things that are too sweet. Again, history of diabetes in my family, so I have to be careful with sweets. And then the Tang is perfect. So if you like bubble tea, you know how it's chewy and soft and sweet, you will like this dessert. Oh, it is so good. I'm going to finish this bowl and watch some Netflix and then go to bed. It's been a really hard, long week, y'all. And I hope everyone is staying safe indoors, hopefully with warmth and hopefully with water too. Happy Chinese New Year.